In this video, we will write the polynomial that has these zeros. Now it says be sure to multiply out the factors. So we're going to have a polynomial in standard form, not factored form. There will be no parentheses. Now this other business at the beginning about least degree and leading coefficient of 1, technically we need those phrases in here to make sure that everybody has the same answer, because otherwise there are infinitely many different polynomials that actually have these same zeros. But the bottom line is we're going to do it like we always do. We're going to take these factors, we're going to take these zeros and think about the factors that go with them. But before we do that, there's one other thing we have to do. So the zeros are 4, 0, negative 2i. But look, there's another zero that's understood, and that is positive 2i. Imaginary roots always occur in plus or minus pairs called conjugates. So if negative 2i is a 0, positive 2i is automatically a 0. By the way, that's also true for irrational zeros, like radical 2. You'll never see radical 2 without negative radical 2. They occur in pairs as well. Anyways, so we really have 4 zeros, not 3. Now let's turn all these into factors. The corresponding factors are x plus 4, okay, looking at the negative 4. Now this 0, you might think something like x minus 0, something like that. But guess what? X minus 0 is just x, so it would be silly to put the minus 0 with it. Now I'm going to put these both in pink to keep them sort of separate. So from the negative 2i, I have x plus 2i. And from the positive 2i, I have x minus 2i. So these are the corresponding factors. Let's multiply these and then multiply all that together. So starting with the blue stuff, multiplying these is pretty simple because I just do the distributive property. So that's going to give me x squared plus 4x. Okay, so I have that over there. Meanwhile, if I multiply all this out, that's going to require a double distributive property. So if I go like distributing the x, I'm going to get x squared minus 2ix. Okay, if I distribute the positive 2i, that's going to give me positive 2ix. And let's see, 2 times negative 2, so that'll be negative 4. And then I times I, so that's I squared. Okay, now these are going to cancel each other out. So at this point I have x squared. Now this I squared, you recall, is negative 1. I squared is negative 1. So I have negative 4 times negative 1, so that is positive 4. So this is what I have at this point, x squared plus 4x and x squared plus 4. So now I need to multiply these two together, and then that'll be my answer. So here I'm going to double distribute. So I'm going to, alright, x squared times x squared is x to the 4th power. X squared times 4 is 4x squared. Now I will distribute the 4x. 4x times x squared is 4x to the 3rd power, and 4x times 4 is 16x. So this is basically the answer, but these two terms are in reverse order. The higher degree should be first. Okay, so the final answer will be x to the 4th power, and then I'm going to put this one, so plus 4x to the 3rd power, and then plus 4x squared, and then plus 16 x. And that is how you write a polynomial given the zeros.